meditation and breath work. Things that have helped me over the years and hopefully can kind of help someone who's new to this. The first thing being just having a space for it. So I've got like a little altar space and a place where I burn some incense. Something that is a dedicated space for that practice, I think helps get the mind ready for that state, right? The same way you don't want to, the reason you don't want to study in bed is because then your mind associates being in bed with studying. We do want to be intentional about creating a space. So I know that when I come sit on this cushion, my body feels like it's getting calmer and it knows that we're about to go through some breath work and sit still for a while. So that can be very helpful. I even have a little room dedicated to it. As far as sitting, there's meditation cushions, which are very helpful, or breathwork cushions. This is a good one to travel with. Aloha Yoga sells these, and you guys can go pick one up from there if you want. You can use a couch cushion if you don't feel like you want to purchase a cushion specifically for meditation and breathwork. I use this bolster that I got from Tuesday Morning. Sitting upright with your hips over your knees will let you sit a little bit up more upright as you go through breath work, and that's one of the main complaints for people is they can't really get comfortable, especially with your butt on the ground. It can be very hard to sit upright, but when your hips are elevated, it becomes a lot easier. Various forms of breath work that we'll be focusing on today. So first thing in the morning, a good energizing breath is called the Wim Hof method. When you're breathing in any situation, in any of the breath works that we're going to do, you really want to try and breathe into your belly, right? Think about pouring a glass of water into a vase. You want to fill the bottom up first and then gradually let the air fill into the chest. And we are trying to expand, right? A lot of you might feel discomfort. You might feel popping and cracking as you start to really work with expanding and contracting the chest. So Wim Hof is a good way to do that. You do 33 rounds at least of 30 breaths in. On the 30th breath, you're going to exhale fully, hold for 15 seconds. Or excuse me, exhale fully, hold for as long as you can. And then when you feel the urge to breathe, you'll breathe in and hold for 15 seconds with a full lungs full of air. So what that would look like, 30 breaths would be out through the out through the mouth. Just like that. On the 30th breath, we exhale fully and hold. When you feel the need to breathe, you'll breathe in fully and hold for about 15 seconds. You'll do that for roughly 3 rounds. Wim Hof is a really good training modality. It's similar to the cold plunge in some ways because the exhale and holding your breath without any air can be somewhat discomforting. And so during that time, you're supposed to just allow and notice your body going through this discomfort. Try not to associate yourself with the discomfort, just allow for all the sensations to come up around discomfort. And what that does is that trains your brain to get some space from discomfort and not be associated with it. So play around with that a little bit. And then the other breath I really want you guys to concentrate on this time is the 5-7-8 breath. So after you were to go through 3 rounds of Wim Hof breathing, you would then go into a 5-7-8 breath to calm the system down. 5-7-8 is 5-second inhale, 7 seconds at the top, and then 8-second exhale. And then upon the exhale, you just rebreathe in for 5. So in for 5, hold for 7, and then exhale for 8. As you go into a longer meditation after that, you can pick a point of focus. So you can a lot of people will pick the tip of their nose and just try and feel the air coming in. You can do the back of the throat as well. So those are a couple different breathwork modalities you guys can play around with. There's also alternate nostril breathing, which is a good way to calm down. So maybe you do the Wim Hof and then maybe do a minute or 2 of alternate nostril breathing where you would close the right nostril to start. In through the left, out through the right, in through the right, out through the left, and you would just go back and forth there for about a couple minutes. In addition, if you decide to do that breath, always end with an inhale through the left or an exhale through the right. So that is leaving your system in more parasympathetic nervous system versus right side nostril breathing is more sympathetic nervous system. And I had one more thing. The double inhale exhale breath we talked about yesterday. is a really good way of calming down quickly. Breathing low into your belly, filling, pausing for a second, breathing into your chest, and then exhaling through your mouth. That's a really good breath in a clutch situation. If you're like really overwhelmed, you do 3 or 4 of those breaths, and I promise you'll feel yourself kind of calm down and come back into your body. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Like I said, 20 minutes of meditation means like 10 minutes of breath work roughly, and then you can go into 10 minutes of sitting still. You can add the humming in as part of this. You can either do a single tone. We can do an Om. Either of those options is fine, or if you have a song that you really like to hum to, you can also hum to that. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I look forward to hearing how this goes for everybody. Cheers.